Most workout challenges promise a foolproof path or a shortcut to a desirable goal. The reality is that the challenge itself may not lead to the direct goal for everyone. But the act of practicing a new behavior can help you develop better habits and achieve those goals in the long term. So if doing a challenge is the only way to get your ass off the couch, you should go for it. Now you might say, alright, what's the problem with most six-pack challenges besides from false promises? Well, let me start with imbalances. It's simply not a good idea to train one specific muscle over weeks or even months without including other important ones. If you train your abs and flex your spine over and over again, you should include other exercises for spinal rotation, extension and lateral flexion as well. This leads to a more stable and mobile spine and a balanced body in general. It can also help you to reduce back pain and achieve a better posture. The next adjustment goes another step further. Instead of only training your core, you should do complex movements that focus on your abs but challenge as many muscles as possible at the same time. This helps you build more muscle, burn more calories, and with that lets you come closer to the goal of a visible six-pack. Of course, all of this doesn't work if you don't apply the challenge on your eating habits as well. So if you do a six-pack challenge, reduce your junk and fast food intake for the duration of the challenge significantly. Of course, we know that everyone can have a different approach to that. Some people like to make drastic changes from one day to another, while others change their behavior step by step over time. You should also drink more water instead of soda, eat more veggies and fruits, and try to stick to non-processed foods in general. Changing your habits is only hard in the first few weeks. After that, you get used to it and it gets normal. Please keep in mind that you don't have to starve yourself and don't only have to eat salad all the time. That's a pretty big myth and simply not true. To get a more detailed look about the right nutrition and the best methods to burn fat and lose weight, we linked you a video in the description. Give the methods of the video a try and you will see results. Alright, now you might ask, but how could such a challenge look like in terms of exercises, training days, reps, sets and so on? Of course we won't let you down, so we created a challenge with all the adjustments mentioned before. The routine we suggest is divided into 2 different days. So you alternate between training 1 and training 2 with at least 1 day rest in between. For absolute beginners, we suggest up to 3 training sessions a week. If you are more experienced, you can train 4 or even 5 days a week. In this case, you can also do 2 consecutive days of training. Now let's take a look at the first day. Here you start with an ab-focused push exercise. For that we chose the knee to elbow push-up hold. Depending on your level, you can hold the position with slightly bent arms, which is easier, or hold yourself close to the ground, which is way harder. Another way to adapt the exercise to your level is to do the incline version on a chair or on a table. The goal of this exercise is to achieve a good mix between ab, shoulder, chest and triceps activation. So if your arms, chest and shoulders fatigue way earlier than your abs, choose an easier version. Of course, it's also possible to do this exercise with a dynamic instead of a static push-up. But this is way harder and in most cases your shoulders, chest and triceps will fatigue much earlier than your abs. In total you do 3 sets with 2 to 3 minutes rest in between. In each set you try to perform the exercise for 30 to 60 seconds. After that you do alternating sets between the long lever plank and the swimmer. That means you do the plank, rest for about 60 seconds, continue with the swimmer, rest for 60 seconds again and repeat it. Depending on your level, you do 2 to 3 of those alternating sets in total. To be able to perform both exercises for at least 30 seconds, you can adapt them a bit. For the long lever plank, you only walk that much backwards that you are able to maintain the tension in your abs and shoulders. The basic version of the swimmer is not that hard, so if you want to make it more challenging, you can add some additional weights like 2 bottles of water. After you finish these exercises, you rest for 60 seconds and do the exact same with the hollow body crunch in combination with the easy bridge raise. Again for 2 to 3 sets. Of course, it's also possible to vary these 2 exercises. To make the hollow body crunch a bit harder, you can extend your arms. And to make the easy bridge more challenging, you're doing it with straight instead of bent legs. Of course, it's also totally okay if you can't do the standard easy bridge with full range of motion for now. Just raise your body as high as possible and try to increase the range of motion over time. Okay, that's it for training number 1. Let's continue with training number 2. Here you start with the pull-focused ab exercise. Depending on your level and the available equipment, we got different options for you. The hardest exercise would be the knee raise chin up. So every time you pull yourself up, you do a knee raise at the same time. If this is too hard, you can just hold yourself in the top position while doing the knee raise. If you got no pull-up bar, you can do a back-focused knee raise. Here you put your arms on 2 chairs and raise your body from the ground. Try to hold this position while you alternatingly raise your knees to your chest. No matter which exercise you choose, you should do 3 sets with 2 to 3 minutes rest in between. In each set, you try to perform the exercise for 30 to 60 seconds. The next 2 exercises are similar to training 1, alternating sets with 60 seconds rest in between. Here you start with the side plank rotation, moving the right arm. Right after that, you do the contralateral arch up with the right arm and the left leg. Then you rest for 60 seconds and continue with the side plank rotation on the other side, followed by the contralateral arch up with the left arm and the right leg. In total, you do between 2 and 3 sets of these, depending on your current level. While the contralateral arch up has no direct variations, it's possible to do the side plank rotation on your knees. You can also change to upper body support by either doing it on your hands or forearms. Alright guys, this was the complete challenge. We suggest to try it for 30 days, and if you're done with it, you should head over to calimove.com and check our full body workout programs. Every program is designed as a step-by-step online course you can follow easily. You get different exercises for every part of your body, a wide variety of routines, and high-quality videos. You can do the programs as a total beginner or as an experienced athlete. Just pick the right one for your goals and current level, and you're ready to go. If you have any other question, just leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the notifications. My name is Alex, and I'll see you in the next video.